So this presentation is going to be basically around sports, so we're going to get more into it, but I'm going to start off with a question like everyone else. So do you all know what the top 4 most, or broadcasted most watched sports of 2016 were, besides the Olympics last year? I know what you're thinking, great question, Nick. We're going to get into that right now. So number 1 was the UEFA Champions League. Real Madrid won. That had around 200 million viewers worldwide. The next one being the International Cricket Championship with around 164 million, if I'm correct. Pakistan versus another country. Next one's going to be the Super Bowl with 114 million. And then the 4th one is the one that I really need to stress because it's what the whole speech is going to be over. And that was the 2016 World Championship League of Legends. So for those who don't know, this had 44 million viewers, but this last year beat out the World Series and the NBA Finals in just world viewers. So we're going to talk about that more. This speech is basically going to be about esports, the denotation of it, the availability of esports on campuses, and why esports is important, or just why esports in general. So getting into it, so this was 2016 Worlds last year. I forget what country it was in, but this was SKT versus Ku Tigers, which were both Korean teams. Fully packed stadium. As you can see, it's just teams 5 versus 5. So the basic denotation of esports is pretty broad. It's the same thing that you get with chess, shogi, or a lot of other sports to begin with. So you basically need, from the peer-reviewed article, it says it needs to follow basic conventional sports. It needs to have superstar players, like we see in multiple esports. Top left is Bjergsen from Team Solo Mid. Those 2 is Mango and Armada that both play Super Smash Bros. Melee competitively. We have Cold Zera, which plays Counter-Strike Global Offensive. And then we have Bindi, who's the #1 Dota 2 player in the world. These are different games. These are the top 5 games. We have League of Legends in the center, Super Smash Bros. Melee, Dota 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Street Fighter 5. So it has various audiences, different play styles, different things that you're looking for, just basic games. And then we have commentators that follow conventional sports. So you have Scar and Toth, D1 and Prague that do Super Smash Bros. Melee. You have Deficio, Soren, Rivington III, and Joshua Jat Leesman that do League of Legends, and then you have me, who does Project Amber Super Smash Bros. Melee. So basic follows the basic definition of a sport, right? So not super hard to follow. So let's talk about the availability on colleges or campuses. So my second peer-reviewed article basically says in the beginning of 2014, we saw a big rise in esports from colleges starting at Baker University, University of Kansas, and a few others. Well, actually last year, UNT devoted $200,000 separately towards Chilton Hall, which was the media library, but is now known as The Nest. And what The Nest is that it is a PC bang that supports esports teams because UNT has a few esports clubs and esports teams that are growing because we have commentators, wannabe TOs, which are tournament organizers, or esports players that go on that try to get scholarships through TESPA, which is the Technology and Esports Association, which is held by Blizzard. They're the people that made video games like World of Warcraft, if that helps, specifically collegiate organization. And then UNT Brothers in Smash. So the third one is why. So my third peer-reviewed article is basically talking about marketing and how esports is growing. It's by Yuri Seon, I think is a Korean, who basically says that the net worth of esports like League of Legends is going up to, I think, predicted by 2020 to be $4 billion. And you see that. So actually last week, because of the good performance of Cloud9, which is a North American team, they had top investors like New York Yankees, Cleveland Cavaliers, Golden State Warriors, WWE, Intel, Logitech Gaming, and a few others. Even Mark Cuban went and provided towards some of these esports teams because the 2017 League of Legends World Championships, which is actually happening as we speak in China. I'm actually going to watch it after this. is going so well for North America as a state. And because of franchises in Overwatch League in Los Angeles and a few other League of Legends, the Cavaliers, Golden State Warriors, New York Yankees, and other big sports teams actually are creating second teams for esports itself. So in conclusion, basically saying that esports is very wide. It has large availability, a lot of interest, and there's a lot of money that's going into it. And it's basically an entertainment way that you can't ignore. Thank you.